All right, we stayed at the North Fork Campground, just off of Highway 3 by about 10 minutes. It was completely empty. Not a person staying here. We're parked in the day use area now. It was windy, but in the RV that doesn't matter. Beautiful spot to stay along this river. We had a gorgeous sunset, a beautiful orange buck moon, I think July's moon is called. And today we're gonna go check out the Head Smashed in Buffalo UNESCO Heritage Site. So we're really excited to go and explore and educate ourselves and learn more about history in Alberta.
I think they use them for electricity, yeah.
So around us, we use dams and water because we have lots of water in Ontario.
And the sun.
But they don't have lots of water, so they have lots of wind. So they use wind for electricity.
Alright, there you go. Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump. Historic site, 33 kilometers via gravel road. Perfect. Hey guys, look out the window. Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump, World Heritage Site. Where are we? Head Smashed.
Are you sure we're parked in an okay spot though, Mike? Like, would an RV have room to get around you there?
Oh my god. See, no, always the worrier of the trip here. Always complaining about my awesome parking.
Yeah, well, because like, I don't know if people could get by.
It's a cool building.
Alright, we're here at the Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump Heritage Site. It's a UNESCO site in Alberta. I'm gonna go learn about the history.
So we're at the Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump Museum. Apparently the exhibits are meant to be seen from the top floor down. So we're here waiting for the elevator, heading up to the 7th floor, and we're gonna start our tour.
Alright, so we're gonna do the clifftop trail first so that we can see where they drove the buffalo off over the edge, and that way we see it and then we will go through the exhibits and learn about it afterwards. So at the base of the cliff, wounded animals were killed and the butchering began.
Gonna blow off this buffalo cliff? Ivy, you're gonna blow away.
The Old Man River Valley. Archaeologists believe this valley was the main winter camp area for people who used Head Smashed in. The valley provided water, animals for food, and shelter from the constant wind.
And we're making our way through the exhibits, and it's very cool and educational, and we're learning lots about how the whole parts of the buffalo were used for their tools, how they prepared for the hunt, and just in general how they would make use of the buffalo that they would hunt at the buffalo jump. Hunters cleansed their bodies by bathing in the sweat lodge and rubbing themselves with herbs, removing mortal smells that would warn the buffalo.
Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump is a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in southern Alberta, Canada, where the foothills of the Rocky Mountains meet the Great Plains. The indigenous people of the North American plains understood bison behavior and used natural barriers to funnel the bisons into drive lanes that drove them over the edge of a cliff. The animals' carcasses were then butchered in a camp set up below the cliff to provide food and the materials for clothing, tools, and dwellings. Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump is one of the oldest, most extensive, and best preserved sites that illustrates the way of life of the Plains people, who for more than 5 millennia subsisted on the vast herds of bison that existed in North America.
What are we doing now?
Caution wild animals, hike only in groups, make noise along the way, watch over your children.
Because
there's bears.
Bears. Again, what are we doing now after the museum?
I don't know.
Going on the interpretive.
Oh, we're going on a hike right now.
To the bottom of the cliffs where the buffalo jump would happen. You going in? Okay, go in. is it windy in there too? In the teepee, and it's so windy out there, but then in here, it's really hot. Yeah, it cuts the wind right down, eh?
Context, but they're probably around 2,000 years old.
Wow.
Or earlier.
When you got there,
Or I
Lex?
mean, or later. So
Show me.
2000 to present-ish.
Yeah.
What do you got?
And
From what?
how come you won't use these ones?
So these ones, we did find them in context, which means we did find them
In the site.
in the site, or if we did find them in the site, they had fallen out of poplar, which we're not gonna. This is our field school for this summer. Usually they go to Jordan or Israel.
Oh, wow.
But because of COVID, we stayed in Canada this year.
Okay.
And it was actually very unique because usually when they go to field school, they kind of already have an idea of the site. Yeah.
Me, Tay, what else you got in there?
I can identify most of the bones that are in there, so that's a rib bone.
Cool.
Yeah.
A rib bone?
Buffalo.
Okay.
Really cool.
What else you got in there? Is that like your tooth?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
What else you got?
And that is another fire broken rock.
So it said like the one, I don't know if you read the one exhibit, how people used to come and walk below the cliffs and they would find the arrowheads and stuff.
Oh yeah?
And then in the 1900s or something, the government made it illegal to keep them, and then some guy's house burned down and they saved like a huge collection of arrowheads that he then donated to the museum. Apparently you would pick up like arrowheads and stuff underneath there. Neat.
What did you learn today at the head smashed in buffalo jump?
I know that they dress up wolves and buffaloes used to hunt.
They dress up as wolves and buffaloes to hunt?
Oh, and I know something else.
Oh,
That
tell me.
they dig little pits and put water in them. And when they're drinking, they hunt them.
Yeah, they would hunt around the water pits because the buffalo had to drink the water, right? Anything else?
No, I don't know anything else from the movie.
You learned a lot today, Ivy.
Yeah.
Did you like this stop?
Yeah, I know something else that they had yeah. I'm not sure, but bye.
Okay, what did you learn at the head smashed in buffalo jump
They
today?
would corral the buffalo off the cliff, and then they would collect the meat at the bottom. And I got to hold a tooth.
You got to hold a tooth? How did you get to do that?
The archaeologist let me.
You saw an archaeologist here? What were they doing here?
Finding bones.
Finding bones? That sounds like a really cool job.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got a picture back in the day, the indigenous people set up with their teepees here. And then you got a picture over here. This is where the buffalo ran off and smashed their heads.
And then fed the people.
And then where the archaeologists were, that's where they processed the meat. You gotta try and picture that we're back in the day right now.
Walk through history.
Picture that. Imagine the sights and sounds, the bellowing from wounded animals and the smell of dust and blood. The people began working at once with sharp stone knives. The animals were skinned, allowing the meat to cool, preventing spoilage.
Behind me is where the buffaloes would fall off the cliff. Boom.
Goes the buffalo.
Boom. Boom. Boom! Boom, 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 boom.
What's making the boom sound?
Take a picture now.
The buffalo.
The buffalo falling off the cliff.
Alright, we just saw some buffalo or bison right outside of the heritage site. And it was very interesting because as we got closer to them, they sensed us and they ran away right away. So it would have been really hard to do what the indigenous peoples did back in the day.
Yeah, and the wind's going the wrong way, so they would have smelt us. Alberta. There's the river. Probably some boondocking spots.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
totally.
bike, look at the bike park with the jumps and the pump track
Yeah.
and stuff. That's cool.
Just went to the grocery store in Lethbridge, and because we needed groceries, and then we went and ate at a restaurant since we just got groceries, and that makes a lot of sense. But it's really hot out. Not sure where we would end up cooking, so could end up being in a Walmart parking lot, and that's no fun. Cooking in the heat when it's 30 degrees inside the RV. So yeah, Lethbridge.
And I don't have to wash the dishes tonight, so that's a bonus too.
This Mike's our dishwasher. Alright, so we were driving down the highway through Medicine Hat because we were aiming at sleeping at a Walmart tonight, but we spotted the world's largest teepee from the highway. So now we're here doing the touristy thing, checking out the world's largest teepee in Medicine Hat.
And then maybe we go sleep at the park. Okay, come.
The Samus Teepee, located in Medicine Hat, Alberta, is the world's tallest teepee. It was originally constructed for the Calgary 1988 Winter Olympics. It is made of steel and concrete, and within the teepee are 10 circles with painted illustrations that express ideas about the cultures of the Plains tribes. The designer Steve Iles had the teepee painted white for purity, red for the rising and setting sun, and blue for the flowing waters. So we started off at the head smashed in buffalo jump, and we are now at the world's largest teepee in Medicine Hat. It's also very informative, so this is a really great way to end our day.